Have you ever wondered what you would do if you suddenly discovered you were the long-lost heir to a massive fortune? Would it change who you are? This is the story of Tan Van Khai, a humble baker with a heart of gold and a fiery resentment for the rich who exploit the poor. Every day, as he kneaded dough and baked bread, he dreamed of a life where he could make a real difference, a life where he had the power to lift others out of poverty. But he never imagined how that dream might come true. His life was simple, predictable, and filled with the struggles of the working class. That is, until the day he met a mysterious Taoist named Lieu Thanh Huyen. The Taoist's gaze was immediately drawn to the simple jade pendant hanging around Van Khai's neck-piece. He had worn his entire life, its origins a complete mystery. With a knowing look, Thanh Huyen pointed him towards a public notice board in the city square. Van Khai's heart pounded as he read the words. The Tan family, the wealthiest and most powerful clan in the entire city, was searching for their lost son, who had disappeared 18 years ago. The description was uncanny. A unique jade pendant, and a specific birthmark on his shoulder. Van Khai had both. A storm of emotions raged within him. This was it, the chance to change his life, to escape the daily grind, and finally have the means to help those he cared about. But a cold fear gripped him. He had spent his life despising the arrogance and greed of the wealthy. What if becoming one of them corrupted him? What if the very power he craved to do good would instead turn him into the kind of person he hated? The allure of a luxurious life warred with the fear of losing his soul, his identity, the very essence of who he was. Conflicted, he sought out the Taoist Thanh Huyen, once more, pouring out his fears. The wise Taoist listened patiently, and offered a simple, yet profound piece of advice. Circumstances do not define a person. True character is revealed not by what you have, but by how you choose to act when faced with wealth and power. These words struck a chord deep within Van Khai. He realized that this was not just a quest to find his family, but a test of his own heart. He made a solemn vow to himself. No matter what happened, whether he was a baker or a prince, he would never forget his roots, his kindness, or his promise to the poor. With newfound resolve, Van Khai made a difficult decision. He left behind his small baked goods stall, the humble symbol of his entire life's work, and walked towards the opulent gates of Tan Manor. The moment he stepped inside, it felt like entering another world. Servants in fine silks bowed, and the air itself seemed to shimmer with wealth. He was led to the grand hall, where the head of the family, Old Master Tan, waited. His heart hammered in his chest as his jade pendant and birthmark were examined and confirmed. It was all real. Standing before the powerful old man, who might be his grandfather, Van Khai didn't beg or plead. Instead, he spoke from his heart, reaffirming the promise he made to himself. He declared that if he were truly a Tan, his newfound wealth would be a tool for justice, not a cushion for comfort. He would not forget the suffering of the people he had lived among his entire life. Intrigued and impressed by the young man's conviction, Old Master Tan agreed to a full investigation to confirm his identity. For Tan Van Khai, a new chapter had begun, a future filled with immense challenges, where every day would be a test of his character against the temptations of money and power. Would he hold true to his ideals, or would the gilded cage of wealth change him forever? His journey had just begun. Thank you so much for watching. If you were moved by Van Khai's story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what happens next. See you in the next video.